Well, it starts off so well, doesn't it, with Harry and Meghan? They have the best of chums, and as we saw with Prince Harry and this particular individual, they decided to go on an open-top bus for afternoon tea because Harry had never been on an open-top bus before. He never was allowed to do it. Cue violins. Now, it's interesting to note that this chat show host in the United States, James Corden, on his very final week, according to a very good source, reached out to Harry and Meghan, but got this. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here. Nice to see you. Let's have a wave today. Hope you're keeping well. Yes? Yeah, I can see you waving back, don't worry. Yeah, not bad actually. Yeah, you're getting better. Must be the weather. Is it the brown bread? All right. For those that like Norman Evans, you'll know that last remark. Norman Evans, a brilliant actor, appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show and was a super comic over here from the 1940s, 50s and early 60s. Brilliant. Check him out. Norman Evans, Over the Garden Wall. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. You would have thought, wouldn't you, that James Corden, who's now decided to step down as host of The Late Show on the Little Watch CBS channel, home of Gayle King, I might point out, well, he's been given endless interviews as to why he's decided to come back to England. Apparently it's our game. Yet to see that, really. And I've interviewed James on a number of occasions. He's prickly and he's actually having a bit of a bad time with the media because he was recently stated by a person who was a producer working alongside him that he was the worst person that he'd ever worked with, coupled with the recent restaurant outbursts and other infamous stories about James's behaviour off camera, even when he failed to even notice or know members of his own crew on The Late Show. Didn't know the names of the cameramen. That friendly, you get the picture. But it was this big event caught on digital work for James and Prince Harry that then cemented the alleged friendship. Now, with it being his last week on The Late Show, James has been hoping to get big names. And the two that he really wanted, according to a very good source, was Meghan and Harry. Yes. Now, a call was put in, but apparently they were too busy. Couldn't spare the time, all of that sort of stuff. But then this. That's right, popping up at a Lakers game. Now, this was a bit of a shock to the team of The Late Show because they were ready to film anywhere, in and around, at home, in an empty studio, to do whatever they required. Now, as ever, we have to say allegedly. But Harry and Meghan said no, couldn't do it, impossible. Now, that's not to say, according to James, that they've fallen out. Absolutely not. But what Harry and Meghan do on these particular situations, and we saw this really with Ellen DeGeneres when she suddenly turned toxic in her workplace for her chat show, so much so that it ended up getting shut down. You see, what happens with Harry and Meghan is they simply keep away. They may keep in contact with you, as allegedly Jessica Mulrooney may attain to, but the bottom line is they couldn't possibly be seen in public with you because, you're bad press. Right now, it doesn't look good. That could be brought up again. And obviously they can't be associated with bad press. They've got enough of their own. So while James nicely batted it off saying he totally understood and he didn't want to discuss that and it's not a problem, they were never invited on anyway, the true story, according to a very good source working on the show, is absolute rubbish. Seemingly though, Harry and Meghan now don't have time for James Corden. Whichever way you look at it, it's not exactly the best of friends, is it? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.